Okay, is my PPT visible?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarini Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय ते नमः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पाञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय आचार्य हरदास ठाकुर की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा everyone welcome to understand Gita in 18 days. So today we are at chapter day
Hare
7
Krishna.
chapter 7 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the first 6 chapters we have done with the karma yoga. Like it was all about the karma, and the last, like from 13 chapters, 13 to chapter 18, it's about jnana. I mean, so bhakti by knowledge, and the six. I mean, from the chapter 6 to chapter 12, it is like a Prabhupada says this like a cream in the cake, right? It is the main part. So this is kept in the middle. So the very sweeter one and the confidential. So this is the very interesting chapters we have from today. So Jnana Vignana Yoga. So what is Jnana and Vignana? Jnana is said to be a theoretical knowledge, and Vignana means it is a realized knowledge. Okay, so how do we see the Lord? So basically, so we cannot see like there are three. It is said like three kinds of eyes. Like one is that material eyes, that is called as charma chakshu, and then the one we have is the material eyes, that is called as charma chakshu, and then divya chakshu, that is the eyes which with which Arjuna was able to see. So we are going to see in the chapter 11, the Vishwarupa of the Lord, right? Then the Prema Chakshu. So God can be realized. I mean, we'll be able to see God only with the Prema Chakshu. Like there is a verse, Premanjuna Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Rudayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaramachintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So basically, it is like with the when the devotee sees with the ointment of love, then only Krishna will be revealed. And this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we cannot understand with the material qualifications. See, like there may be many people who have done very, very highly qualified, and they may be like even many scientists, right? Very few scientists who really accept that there is God and this creation has come because of God. But most of them, they don't believe in the existence of God itself. So it doesn't matter how qualified you are, but unless there is a mercy of God and Krishna, right? It is said, Guru Krishna Krupa Hoy Bhakti Lata Bi. So, and also Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. So only with devotion one can understand the Lord. So we'll go to the we'll see. So basically, in this chapter, Krishna is going to tell about the different energies. So, like even the atheistic people who don't believe in God, at least they appreciate the energies. That also is represents the Lord Himself. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Saktamana Partha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Gnasyasi Tat Shrunu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt." So Krishna is saying, mind attached to me. So Prabhupada also says that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So how do we do that? How to understand God? So somebody asked Prabhupada, one person came to Prabhupada and he asked, Prabhupada, have you seen God? So Prabhupada said, okay, so if I tell that I have seen, do you believe? Then he said, no. Then your question is insignificant, because it is not like a questioning like that to a spiritual master. You have to be, we have seen like tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshina. They have seen the truth, right? We have to so we should be humble and then approach a spiritual master. So like in this, one more important is Tat Shrunu, right? It says, Krishna says here, Tat Shrunu. Tat Shrunu means that listen. So why is that? So all this spiritual knowledge has to be, it is a Shabda Pramana. So there are three Pramanas. One is the Pratyaksha Pramana, that is like experimental knowledge. So most of the scientists, so every experiential learning, we can tell that I will go by, I will learn everything by experiment, but it will take lot of time, and also there is no guarantee that I'll be able to see, because I have limitations. My senses are not perfect. So with imperfect senses, how will I be able to see the Lord? So there are 4 defects of a conditioned soul. What are they? One is imperfect senses, and then we make mistakes, we are illusioned by Maya, and we have cheating propensity. So what does it mean? So imperfect senses, so our senses are not perfect, so even we cannot see something very far. Our eyes is with our eyes we will not be able to see something very far, right? So so we have imperfect senses. And then and if it is a dark room, even if we cannot see ourselves also, so our senses are not perfect. And then comes the we are illusioned by Maya. So sometimes we mistake the snake, we mistake the rope to be snake, right? We get illusioned. So that is called as illusion by Maya. And then comes we make mistakes. So we every day some or other mistakes we keep doing, right? We are not perfect, but Krishna is perfect. So yeah, and then comes cheating propensity. So all of us, we have that cheating propensity, and we see people, I mean, some or other thing, people are not really very truthful. They lie for so many things, and if they want their work to get done, that cheating propensity is there. So with these defects, the conditioned soul cannot understand God. So then how do we understand? There are other pramanas. So this was the Pratyaksha Praman, and then comes the Anuman Praman. Anuman Praman means it is like somebody has seen and we believe their words. So it is a Anuman. Like for example, if one of your friend has gone to another country and he has seen the America, or you have not been. So but when they come and tell that this is the I mean, they explain everything about the country, we believe, right? We believe because we have seen in map, and we have he says that he has been there, so we believe. That is called Anuman. And then the highest is the Shabda Praman, which is Shabda Praman means it is already proven by, and it is told by the authorities and a bona fide spiritual master, and also it is a authority, like, so somebody has already it is there in our Vedas. So these things we have to take it in like that. I mean, we have to accept it as it is. So we cannot understand through our mental speculations. It is not possible. So yes, and one more example of Prabhupada, where Prabhupada once was in Vrindavan when to see his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So what happens? Everybody, yes. So he was like, Prabhupada was very much interested to listen, because that is the main criteria of a devotee. He should be interested to listen more and more about Krishna, the Lord. So that is the main criteria. So Prabhupada goes there. So there are many devotees, and they were all like, there were a 4 hours lecture, 4 hours lecture. So everybody, like after 1 or 2 hours, like they announced, you can go and visit like Krishna's grandson Vajranabha. He has made a more than 1,000 temples there. So they said like whoever interested, they can go and see. So many people, they went because they want to see the temples. But then Prabhupada didn't go. He wanted to listen. He said he has then his spiritual master asked him like, don't you want to go? Then he says, no, temples I can see later, but I have come here to listen to you. So that is the most important. Hearing is very important, and that is in Navavidha Bhakti also. Shravanam is the first one, right? Shravanam Kirtanam. It starts with Shravanam. So that is the importance of hearing. So Krishna says here, hear, listen to me. I mean, hear. ज्ञानं ते अहं सविज्ञानम् idam vakshyami asheshatah yajnatva neha bhuvonyaj jnatavyam avashishyate. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. So which is the highest knowledge? The whatever we learn in our schools and colleges, that is material knowledge, that is not complete. Okay, that is not talking anything about soul. So regarding soul, nowhere we learned in our schools and colleges, right? And this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is transcendental. So this is above the material knowledge. So this is so Krishna is telling this is a highest knowledge, which uh, uh, which knowing about this, I mean, you will not be having anything else to know, right? Actually, whatever we learn in schools and colleges, it's a art of living, like how to basically how do we to earn our daily bread. So that is what we learn in schools and colleges, right? That is not the highest. But the spiritual knowledge, like we can, the more and more the person gets his material knowledge, materially qualified, he gets puffed up. But in contrast to that, spiritually, if somebody advances, he becomes more and more humble. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection hardly knows me in truth. So you can see here. So, okay, 1 second, let me have it. So this you can see the marathon, right? So in marathon, lakhs of people participate, but finally, who will be able to reach the destination? Very few, right? Not everybody will be able to reach the destination. Similarly, Krishna is telling it is not many people try, but very few understand Krishna in truth, right? It is not so easy to understand the Lord. So it needs a special mercy. And it is just like, and also Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness is also like a diamond. It is not, many people will not take it. And many people come, and many of them live in the middle, and also to continue in Krishna consciousness, it is not very easy. It's like you may have lot of many gold shops, but the diamond shop is very rare, right? And also very less people. You can't see many customers going to diamond shop, but gold shops many people can go, but for a diamond shop very few people go. It is just like that. So taking into Krishna consciousness is also like a diamond. It is not cheap. So inquisitive in spiritual science. So one has to be inquisitive. Not everybody are inquisitive. Nobody want, like not many people we can see like interested to know regarding Bhagavad Gita, right? They don't want to learn. Like most of the people are engaged in materialistic activities, but then very few of them are inquisitive. They and they will when they get the right guru, and then the right guru, like Prabhupada has given the 4 regulative principles. So any disciple has to follow this for Kali Yuga, because they are the 4 legs of Dharma, 4 pillars of Dharma. What are the 4 regulative principles which Prabhupada has given? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. भूमिरापो नलो वायुः कम्मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यम्मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टदा. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these 8 constitute my separate 8 material energies. So all these are Krishna's energies. So Krishna, I mean, there are 24. This comes in Sankhya philosophy. Like Kapila Muni has explained detailedly. I mean, this comes in Bhagavatam about the 24 elements. So these are the 8 elements. So these are the gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, ether. And then the subtle gross elements. These are the subtle elements: mind, intelligence, and false ego. So basically, in the earth, we can all the senses are perceived, right? We can see, we can hear. I mean, we can touch. All the senses are perceived. So, but when it comes to the water, we can't. I mean, there is no taste for the water, right? One is less. And then when you go to when it is no, water is smell. We can't smell the water. And then fire, you can't taste. And the air, we can't see. And the either is very subtle, can't hear. It's like there is a sound in the sky. So it is not. It is very subtle. It is not just a vacuum. Actually, in the sky there is something called ether. So these are the Krishna is saying these are all my separated energies. Actually, we are. This is a. There are 3 potencies of the Lord. That is internal potency, external, and marginal potency. So we living beings, we belong to the marginal potency. That is like internal. Antaranga Shakti is called internal potency, Bahiranga Shakti external potency, and Tatastha Shakti. We are in Tatastha Shakti. Basically, internal potency, these pure devotees of the Lord. So they are always in internal potency. That is Yoga Maya takes care, right? Like Yashoda Maya and all the Gopikas, because they never think that Krishna is Lord. They think that Krishna is just like them, their friend, like that. And Yashoda Mata, she thinks that Krishna is really, he needs protection, her protection. He is her kid. So that is, they are under, Krishna brings them under Yoga Maya so that he can do the sweet pastimes with them. So they are not, they don't come into like 3 modes of nature, like how we are, we come, like the Rajo Guna and Rajo Tamas and Sattva Guna, right? The 3 modes of nature, that is not affecting them. They are above that. They are in transcendental mode. But Krishna brings them to the Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya brings them to, so that they forget that Krishna is Lord. But we forget Krishna is Lord because we are in a marginal potency. So the Maya, Mahamaya, we are under Mahamaya. She makes us forget that we are part and parcel of the Lord. So actually we belong, we are a, Krishna says, Mamaivamsha Jivaloke, Jivaloka Sanatana, like you are all part and parcel of me. Krishna says that, but we have forgotten because the condition, we are we have become conditioned and we don't remember that we are a part and parcel. It's just like my different limbs of my body, like my hand has to be in union with my body, right? Otherwise, it cannot function properly. Similarly, when we are in unity with the Lord, then only we will be able to live our life happily. Apareyamitastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both its origin and dissolution. So anything existing, which is material world, actually it is said that the world which we are living is just the 1/4 of creation of the Lord. So the creation of the Lord is so big. So it is said like whenever Mahavishnu breathes, so many universes come out when he breathes. Right? This is not understand, but it is very difficult for us to understand because this is it is very inconceivable. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls this as achintya beda abeda tattva, that is simultaneously one and different. So it is not so easy for us to understand. That is the reason we have to see the shastras and understand how great is Lord and how is his creation and everything. All this comes in Bhagavatam. The creation, how the creation took place, how what are the expansions of the Lord, everything is there. So here Krishna is saying, I am both the origin and dissolution. So Krishna is the one who creates and also he is the one who dissolutes the world. And uh, yes, so all the how is this everything? I mean, is staying in the orbit. So this is because of the Krishna's energy. So I think that is coming in the next. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So you can see here the thread, right? So how is this thread able to hold like this? So you can post in chat. What is that thing which is holding this pearl? The thread, right? So that is very important. Yes, thank you, Kiran and Rajini. So basically the thread is holding. Similarly, what is Krishna saying here? So everything, it is like it is resting upon Krishna. So it is because of Krishna's energy, all the planets are staying in orbit. Otherwise, what will happen if little bit also, if there is a, variation, then everything may collapse. So it is all Krishna's plan, and also how the sun is rising in the morning, or it is so every day. What will happen if one day sun doesn't rise, right? I mean, all the living beings will die. So it is, we are not understanding the potency of the Lord. So Krishna says here, everything, there is no superior truth above me, and everything is resting upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So Krishna is God and he is a person. So Yam Shama Sundara, he is a Sham Sundar Roop. So with a flute in hand, right? And he has a peacock feather. So Krishna is a person. There is nobody superior to him. So there are many references in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Samhita. So in Bhagavatam, there is a shloka in Canto 1, chapter 3, verse 28. It says, Ete chansa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So it says that, it first explains about the various incarnations of the Lord, many, many, many incarnations. And then finally, the shloka says, where Vyasadeva quotes that these are all many incarnation of the Lord. They are the expansions and plenary expansions of the Lord. But Krishna is the Bhagavan. He is the supreme Lord. That says that he is the supreme. Like only one, there can be only one Bhagavan. There cannot be many Bhagavan. Only one Bhagavan. So Krishna is the supreme, it says. And then in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says in chapter 10, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. I am the control. I mean owner. Like aham sarvasya prabhavaha. He is the who he is the what to say, he is the owner of the all the worlds. Sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati, from him only everything comes. So and also in Brahma Samhita also there is a Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Anadiradir Purusha, he is the oldest. So Sarva, he is the causes of all causes. Krishna says, so everything has come only after Krishna. He is the Adi Purusha. रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दके पौरुषं नृषु. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. So now Krishna starts saying about his energies. So how can we see Krishna? Even if somebody can tell, I don't believe in Krishna, but Krishna is telling the taste that in water. Is there anyone that they don't drink water? There is no one, right? Irrespective of this any race or any caste, all of them, nobody can survive. No living entity can survive without having water. So Krishna says, I am the taste of water. So knowingly or unknowingly, so we appreciate Krishna indirectly, right? When we are very thirsty, somebody gives water, it will be like it is nectar, right? So, and Krishna says the light of the sun and the moon. So the light that emanates from the sun is me, and the moon, because even the taste, it comes later in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that how are this vegetable getting taste? That is from the moon. The moon is because the moon is bringing the taste in the vegetables. Otherwise, we will not be having the taste. So, how much Krishna is doing for us? So the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. So any Vedic mantra when we take, it starts with Om. We may have other so many mantras which may come, but everything starts with Omkara. So Krishna says, I represent Om. I am the sound in ether. So the sound representation is Krishna. And then ability in man. So so there are people, they have different abilities, right? There's somebody is very good in singing, somebody is very good in dance, or different things. So Krishna says that ability someone has, right? Somebody has very good memory power, many things. It can be anything, any intelligence or that ability. Krishna says it is me. So it is said that we should not become envious of anyone, because it is Krishna's representation. If that means that Krishna is there in them, he has shown some mercy to them. So that is why we cannot, if we are envious, that means indirectly we are also envious about Krishna, about his creation. So we shouldn't be envious. So Krishna says further, I am the original fragrance of the earth. So when it rains, we get a very nice smell from the earth. So that fragrance is Krishna. And I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives. And I am the penances of all ascetics. O son of Pruta, know that I am the original seed of all existence, the intelligence of intelligent and powers of all powerful men. So again, Krishna, Aham Bija Prada Pita, he says in this. So that is like, I am the seed giving father, original seed of all existence. So all the 84 lakh species we have, Krishna is the seed giving father. So it is not that only we are the species. Like in Padma Purana, it comes human species are 4 lakh. So there are other species like the animals. I mean, they give the like there are like 9 lakh. I think water species. Like there are water species, and then comes animals, reptiles. Everything is told. It is nothing like somebody has to discover or anything. Everything is available in our scriptures. So human species itself are 4 lakh. So we can see like this Chinese or Japanese. They look different, right? Because they belong to there'll be a different species. Krishna says there are 4 lakh species of human itself. So what among whom? So in water, I am taste. In moon or sun, light. Vedic mantra Om. And either sound, earth, fragrance, fire, heat. Okay. Echaiva satvika bhavaha rajasastamasascha ye matta eveti tan vidhi natva aham teshu te mai. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on contrary, are within me. So everything, goodness, passion, or ignorance, so all are manifested by Krishna's energy, which is that energy, external energy of the Lord. So Maya is the external energy of the Lord, and in one sense, so Krishna is above them. It is Krishna is not under control of any of the energies. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर् त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् येभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम्. Deluded by three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So, no one, most of them, nobody knows the Lord. Why? Because we are in mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So, only when we become transcendental to three modes, so that is called as Shuddha Sattva. So Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna is there. We have to come to Shuddha Sattva. Only then one can understand the Lord as He is. So Krishna says, nobody can understand Krishna. Also, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Name Vidussuraganaha Prabhavanna Maharshaya, means not even the sages, great sages or devatas, they have understood me. So how can we understand, right? Even devatas cannot understand the Lord. Only the pure devotees, that is by mercy of the Lord, they can understand the Lord. Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya me tam tarantite. The divine energy consisting of three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So Krishna is saying the divine energy of Krishna, that is the Maya. So Maya is not like, she is also doing as per Krishna's instruction. This is also said in Brahma Samhita also, in Brahma's prayer also it is there. Yakshakshureva sakal, no, that is not that one. Chayeva yasya bhuvanani bhibarti durga, like as per the instructions of the Lord, she maintains this material world. So everybody are working as per the Lord's instruction. It is said even sun god is afraid because they're all working because they are afraid. They on time. Why are they coming? Because they are all afraid. They are working as per the instruction of the Lord. So it is said it is a thankless job for the Maya also, because she don't want, she says, why have you given this job to me, Krishna? But then it is required because we are all she is only doing to make us more purified. It is because unless we get purified, we are not allowed into the spiritual world. So she gives a test after test, but then Krishna says here that this material world, right? Material world is compared to ocean of it's a ocean of material miseries. So, and also sometimes it is considered as forest fire. So it is very difficult to get over. But then Krishna says, who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So who takes protection of Krishna, what Krishna does, all the problems become like a, we have seen the this legs of a calf, right? It's called hoof, they call. So when it stamps on a wetty mud, there will be a hoof print. So that is very small. So how much water can stay in that? So Krishna says, that he will make the problems of a devotee so small. So all karmas also get nullified, and also the problems which are there, it becomes very small when somebody takes shelter of the Supreme Lord. Namam dushkritino mudhaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya paratagnana asuram bhavamashitaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the artistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. So Krishna is telling about 4 kind of people here who don't go to the Lord, who don't surrender to Lord. Who are they? Mudaha. Mudaha means grossly foolish. So they are the people who always tell, we don't have time. I don't have time for spirituality. I'm very busy. So what are you busy at? Right? We have thought that we are thinking that material world is a hotel and I'm here to enjoy. But no, actually this is a hospital and we are all diseased. We have come here so that we have to we have to get it rectified. I mean, our disease has to go, and then we have to go back to the original place, which is the spiritual world. So, but we have forgot. So we have forgotten that what is our actual position, and we always busy in the other things, and we say, I don't have time. So such people, Krishna is calling as grossly foolish. So they are not coming. And who are lowest among mankind? So the people lowest among mankind means they don't follow the 4 regulative principles, and also the Jagai Magai whose story will be coming, like they are the they'll be drinking and they'll be disturbing the devotees, right? Somebody not allowing spiritual progress of other people. So they are all Naradama, lowest of mankind. So Maya Parata Gnana. So the knowledge is stolen by illusion. So they may be very well educated, but the knowledge, so what does, when a person does not believe in Lord, he is very proud of his knowledge. So what Krishna says to Maya, he instructs her that make him illusion. I mean, he forgets that there is he is more and more, he believes that he is right, because he is not, he don't have that respect towards the God, and he don't surrender. So his knowledge is stolen. He may be proud that he knows everything, but real knowledge is hidden from him. And then who partake in the atheistic nature. So asuram bhavam, that is a demonic nature. So demonic nature, like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, all these people who don't accept that there is accept the existence of Lord. So these 4 people don't surrender to Krishna. And now Krishna is explaining who are the 4 people who surrender to the Lord. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritanarjuna artho jignasur gnani cha bharatashabha. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kind of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is in searching for knowledge of the absolute. So there are 4 people. Who are they? The distressed. So distressed means he don't have even money, proper food, clothing, and shelter. So he wants money, or he is very unhappy in life. So that person, he goes to the Lord. So, and then desire of wealth. So somebody wants more wealth, they also go to Lord. And the inquisitive, they want to know, who am I, what is my purpose in life, right? So they are called as inquisitive. And then he who is in search for knowledge. So he has knowledge. So but he want to know further, he want to understand about the Lord absolute. So these are the 4 people Krishna calls. Everyone are sukrutino, because at least they are coming to the Lord, they are surrendered. Maybe they have some desires, it is not a pure devotion, but yet Krishna calls them as pious men, because they have come to the Lord. So you can post in the chat. So here, how can we qualify? how do we, I mean, in what category can we put them into? Okay. So this is Gajendra. So he was in trouble and he's praying the Lord. So is he comes under the distressed, or the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, or in search of knowledge? You can put here. Gnani. Gajendra, distress. Sriharan. Yes, very nice. So this is Draupadi. Yes, Draupadi comes in which category? Distress, rhythm. Yes, very nice. So this is, yes, somebody knows who is this? Who is in this stomach, and who is this? And who is this? What is happening here? Any idea? Anybody knows? You can raise your hand also. No, not Veltishu. This is from a story from Bhagavatam. No, it's not Devaki. No, no, it's not Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, I will only tell. So this is Shukamuni. Okay, Shukamuni was in his mother's womb for 16 years. He didn't come out because he was a liberated soul in the stomach itself, like in his mother's womb itself. So he knew that if he comes out, because what happens, he's a son of Vedavyasa, right? So he was always hearing, when he was in mother's womb, he was hearing the Bhagavatam when his father was telling. So he understood that once I come out, I will get into, I mean, Maya will catch hold of me. So I will not come. So he doesn't come out for 16 years. And then she was getting more pain. And then he had to go to Lord Krishna. And then Krishna says to come out, okay, I assure you that you will not, uh, yes, Shuka means his face is like a parrot. Yes, he was a parrot in his previous life. Actually, there is another story for that. Okay, I'm not going deep there. Yes, he's a story. I mean, he's a parrot of Radharani. Okay, in previous life. So Shukamuni. So he comes, but his face is not like a parrot. It is like Shuka means he has a normal face only, but he was a uh, parrot in the previous life. Okay, so so then Krishna assures him that Maya will not catch hold of you. Then he comes out. Then he agrees to come out. So now you know this. So what can we categorize? Is he a distressed or inquisitive, or is he a gnani? What is he? Is he decide for wealth? No. Distressed, or is he inquisitive? What is he? Inquisitive. Ravi Kumar. Very nice. Yes, Abhijit. So he's inquisitive. So next comes, okay, here, what is happening? Anybody knows about this? You can post in the chat. What is happening here? Who are these two? Seeking knowledge, yes. Parikshit Maharaj and Shukamuni, Praveen Manoj. Yes, very nice. So Parikshit Maharaj he was know that he is going to die in 7 days. So that time Shukamuni is explaining about the Bhagavatam. See, this is also again hearing, right? More, and he didn't. It is said that he didn't have a water, or he didn't have food for 7 days. He was listening to the about the Lord. So this, what is happening here? This is also again inquisitive. And then here, Dhruv Maharaj. So Dhruv Maharaj, so which category does he come? Why did Dhruv Maharaj pray to the, yes, very nice. Dhruv Maharaj for wealth. He wanted kingdom. And then this is Rama and Sugriv. So what is this? Which category? What did Sugriv wanted? He wanted, what did he want? Yeah, he wanted to become king. So he wanted to be the ruler. He wanted the kingdom. So this comes under which category? Desirer of wealth. Very nice. So this is last one. So this is the sages of Naimisharanya. So basically when Kali Yuga started, so after the this Bhagavatam was told again. So this was when Shukamuni told to Parikshit Maharaj, this is again at the starting of this Kali Yuga, all sages they gather, thousands of sages they gather. Shaunaka Rishi was heading them, and they all go to Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami, who is Suta Goswami? This the main person. He was the student of. I mean, he was also sitting here. See that those days you can just see the caliber of people. They were not making any notes. They were just listening. Can you imagine the 18,000 shlokas that we have in Bhagavatam? They just heard and they could digest it, and they just have there in their brain, and they were able to tell that again, explain to the rishis here. So this Goswami, he's explaining. So what is this category? This sages now. Are they inquisitive or knower of knowledge? Because they all come actually to, yes, knowledge. Very nice, Ravi Kumar. Thank you, Prabhu. So they come for the knowledge. So this is a story of Dhruv Maharaj. We just saw he came to the Lord. He surrendered. So all these people surrendered to Lord. So Dhruv Maharaj. So Dhruv Maharaj was a 5-year child. Okay, 5-year-old kid when his father had 2 wives. So he was son of first wife, and his father was very more affectionate to his second wife. So his second wife's son, is Uttanapada. His father name is, and mother name is Suniti and Surichi. So what he does, the Uttama, his brother, he is sitting on father's lap one day. So he goes. Dhruv Maharaj also goes because he was a small kid. He goes to sit on his father's lap. Then his stepmom, she stops him. She says that you don't have right to sit in this life. You have for if you want to sit on your father's lap, you have to be born from my womb. Otherwise, you will not be. So Dhruv Maharaj was very. He was a kid. He feels very bad. He sees that his father does not say anything because he was blind in love with his wife. He didn't say anything, so he gets very angry, ashamed, and he walks out from there because he had that Kshatriya blood. He goes to his mom and he says that this is what even my mother told the stepmom, and then even father didn't say anything. So she says, what can I do? I am helpless. She cries, his mother. She says that what can I do? I am helpless. So she told like this, that I have to pray Lord and get she says, okay, so what is your suggestion? Then I want a bigger kingdom than my father. So what should I do? Though, so then she says that you have to pray the Supreme Lord. So then he says, what is the procedure? Then she says that many people go to forest and meditate. So such a small boy, without even thinking, he just leaves to forest. And then on the way, Narada Muni comes there. So Krishna, when somebody, a devotee, is ready, he sends the spiritual master, just like how we are fortunate to get Prabhupada, right? We have come into proper sampradaya and we got a spiritual master. How is that possible? Krishna sends the spiritual master when the devotee is ready. So just like that, so Narad Muni comes there, and he says, what are you doing here? You're so small. You are apakwa. So you have to go back. So this is not the age to meditate on Lord. So you go now. You're very small. So you cannot do this. That is, austerity is very difficult. Then he says, no, I will not go. So his determination was very strong. So Narad Muni was pleased, and Narad Muni gives him the mantra, and then he says, okay, you chant and you take the name of the Lord, and he gives him Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, right? He says, and then he leaves from there, Narad Muni. And then this was in Satya Yuga, right? So it was the Ashtanga Yoga. Yesterday we learned about the eightfold yoga system, like 8-limbed connection, right? So that yoga he does, and it was so severe. Like initially for first month he was having fruits. Then he left fruits. He just had leaves, just dry leaves. And then he used to have water once in 12 days and like that. And slowly, in the fourth month, then he controls his breathing. It is said that once in 15 days, he used to take one inside breath. So we can't even imagine how that was possible. So he was doing so strong, like he was in almost trance. When he was in six months, he did severe austerity, and then it became so difficult that the whole, when he was taking one breath, when he used to stop, the whole universe was unable to breathe. Like all demigods, they were feeling suffocated, and they all go to Vishnu, Kshirodakashai Vishnu, they go. So then they say that this is happening, something bad is happening, please protect us. Then Krishna understands that it is none other than his devotee. So he comes down and give him the darshan. So why did he go? Actually, he wanted the wealth. But then when he sees the Lord, all his dirt, right? That everything got purified because he was chanting the name of the Lord. His heart got purified. And when he sees the Lord, he says that, oh, what, I mean, how stupid I was, that I was looking for a piece of glass, but I have a diamond here. So he says, I need you, take me with you. But then Krishna says, no, no, you're very small. You have to go now, go and rule. Then it is said he ruled, because those times we know that people used to live for 1 lakh years. He ruled the planet for the 35,000 years. And then Krishna takes him also. That's the next story. He takes him back to the abode, him and his mom. So this we can see. So Narada Muni blessing him, and then he's eating the leaves. And with one leg, he used to meditate and take the breath. So we can't even imagine, like, it is not possible. This is Ashtanga Yoga. And so Vishnu comes in the Garuda Vahan, right? And then he blesses him. Bahunam janmanamante gnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the causes of all causes, and that such a great soul is very rare. So it is not easy to surrender to the Lord. So it takes many, many births. So even not everybody understand the Lord as he's, or I mean, to take surrender, because we saw yesterday there are different yogas like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, right? Different steps, and Bhakti Yoga is the highest. So whoever are in different platforms, they will be taking millions of birth to come to the Bhakti Yoga. But then Bhakti Yoga is the highest. If somebody comes to Bhakti Yoga, they can they will be able to understand God. It is said in Brahma Samhita, Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayo ratapi manaso munipungavanam sopyasti yat prapadasibni avichintya tattve govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Pantastu koti shatavatsara. By controlling their breath, the yogis meditate for millions and millions of years, and then finally they see the God. But Prabhupada says that if you are really sincere in Krishna consciousness, follow the regulative principles, do the chanting as instructed by the Acharya, and everything, follow, I mean, be in the devotee association, it is possible one can see the Lord in this life itself. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mamabhuttayah param bhavamajananto mamavyayam anuttamam. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed the personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So this is the case with most of the people, right? Basically, what is it Krishna saying? That most of them think that Krishna does not have a form. He is an energy. We saw that Brahman realization, right? The Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan realization. So everybody, most of them think that Krishna is not having form. Some energy, some higher power is there. Some energy is there which is controlling this world. But Krishna is calling them as an unintelligent man, because Krishna is a person. How can he not be person? How does he reciprocate if he does not uh, have heart, or like he does not have feelings? How can a God reciprocate to his devotees, right? uh, we can't even associate with something which is impersonal. We can't, right? So how can we associate with something impersonal? We can't have a relationship. There is no sweet relationship when there is a impersonal. So that is also Krishna's energy, but it is not a complete. So Krishna is telling here, they don't know his higher nature. कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते न्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulation of worship according to their own nature. So that day when Prabhu was asking me, why do we do this Bhuta Puja and all that? So why are people going to different gods when everything Krishna can give? What is the necessity of going to different gods? So what is Krishna saying here? So the who are more addicted to the material desires, those people go to different gods, right? Somebody has some disease, they go to the sun god or different gods. So somebody wants a nice wife, for that also they pray Uma means Shiva's wife, right? Like that, different we know, like Hiranyakashipu, he went to Brahma, so he wanted to become immortal. Then Brahma says, I am myself not mortal, so immortal, so how can I give you that benediction, right? Even Brahma also lives. So we saw in the chapter 4. So Brahma's life is 311 trillion years. So after that, even Brahma has to die. So how can the devatas, they can give in something which like Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, this can be, the depression can be given only by the Lord, Supreme Lord. Only he can do that. So no other persons can, no other devatas can do. They can only do the material desire. And also, but how do they do that? The Krishna, he is there as Paramatma in not only us, in everybody's. So who are these devatas? So devatas are like administrators, right? So there is a prime minister of a country and he needs many ministers, right? So the prime minister cannot come to each and every place, and he cannot execute. So what he does, he keeps his representative everywhere, and he works through them. He makes them work for him, right? So similarly, Krishna has appointed the devatas for different work, right? For rain, it is Varuna, like that. The Indra is there, and then for Vayu, like Vayu Dev, like that, different works have been given to them. And the Devi, the Durga Devi, is given the maintenance of this material world. So she takes care of the material world. So like this, all devatas are there. So why are people go there? Because of the material desires, and they follow different rules and rules of worship according to their nature. नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृताः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम्. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. So what is Krishna saying here? So what does Krishna do by his internal potency? He covers, the Yogamaya covers him so that they will not understand his Lord. So even when Krishna came to this world, right? So many didn't understand. Very few devotees like Pandavas, Bhishmadev, like they know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. But the other people like Duryodhana, he called Krishna as Mayavi, right? He never believed that Krishna is Lord. And also Jarasan, all these people, and Shishupala, they were all jealous. They were all envious of the Lord. So for them, the internal potency, the Krishna is covered by Maya. They don't understand. So Krishna is unborn. So we saw in how the birth. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah Tektva jivam punarjanmam neti mameti sorjuna. So janma karma cha me divyam. It is transcendental. So Krishna is not like ordinary birth. He is like a unborn. Like he just appears. It is not Krishna takes birth from the womb. He actually Krishna appears when he wants. By his sweet will, Krishna comes. He is a unborn and infallible. What is infallible means? Infallible means somebody cannot fall down. So Krishna was a charioteer, right? He was a charioteer for Arjuna, but his position is cannot be challenged. He is always remains the supreme personality of Godhead. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but no one knows, but me, no one knows. So Krishna is telling everything that has happened in the past. Krishna knows everything, past, present, and future. So he knows also that what I am going to, I mean, what we each jiva is going, how many more lives, millions lives, we don't know, we are going to take as, I mean, are we going to take human life or animal life? What are the karmas we are going to do? Or when are we going back to Godhead? Everything Krishna knows. And we saw like how in chapter 4, Krishna says that Arjuna asked him, how do I believe that you are my, I mean, we both are contemporaries. How do I believe that you told this divine knowledge to Sun God 120 million years ago? Then what does Krishna say? That bahuni janma vetitani janmani tavarjuna, means he says that many life you have taken and I have also taken, but I remember everything, but you don't remember anything. So Krishna remembers everything, past, present, and future. And Krishna as Paramatma, he is as a super soul. He knows the what is happening in all the bodies. But me, as a soul, I am a small jivatma. I know I am only limited to what is happening in my body. I only know my mind, my intelligence, my body, my soul, right? But Krishna, he's a super soul. He's there as a Paramatma in our soul. But not only that, he knows everyone, not just me, but he knows about everyone. जरा मरण मोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म तद्विदुकृत्स्नम् आध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलम्. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. So whoever don't want to come into the cycle of death, birth, old age, and disease, they take shelter of the Lord. Other people, they just, if they want to be in the material world, then they go to, I mean, they do. Those people don't go to the, they don't take up the devotional service. So those in conscious. Those in full conscious of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigod and of all method of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So it is very not so easy that one remembers the Lord at the time of death. So Krishna is saying here, telling here that only who somebody is always in conscious of. So uh, 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 so why is Bhishma Dev called as Mahajan? So it is because he has shown how one can leave the body, right? He was always, when he was meditating on the Lord, so he left the body. So that was the reason he went to Vaikunta, right? So to be governing of demigods and all methods of sacrifice. So one should understand that he is the governing principle of material manifestation and of all the demigods, because demigods are none other than they are limbs of the different limbs of the Lord. They are also and they also work as per the Lord's instructions. and of all methods of sacrifice. So of all sacrifices, why do we do all sacrifice? Only to please the Lord. He is the enjoyer of all the sacrifice. So that person remembers the Lord at even the time of death, when he's Krishna takes charge of anyone who surrenders to him in helplessness. Okay. So how can we start like the sacrifice and remembering Krishna, Shravanam, everything starts with chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, we all chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, any questions you can ask?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes. Yes,
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
this
Yes.
Maya, Vishnu Maya, is actually pertaining to. Hello Mataji, it is pertaining to only Lord, or it will be covered by, I mean, it will cover even human beings also, Mataji?
See,
That
basically, yeah. See, there is two Maya. That is, one is Yoga Maya, which is the internal potency of the Lord. Okay, that is covering only the pure devotees. Okay, and Krishna. Krishna also, she covers Krishna also, and the pure devotees. Right? Even Lord Rama, he forgets that he is Lord. That is done by Yoga Maya. Okay, but for us, we are covered by external Maya. That is Yoga Mahamaya. We are covered by Mahamaya. We forget that Krishna is the Lord. We forget it. So that is done by Mahamaya for us. For the conditioned soul, it is Mahamaya. But there is a chance, because we are we are not in external, we are not in the internal, we are in the marginal. That is like we have a choice. You can either go to the internal or to the external. It is we have a choice. So when we are doing devotional service and we are following everything as per whatever Krishna has given instructions in Bhagavad Gita, and we follow the footsteps of the bona fide spiritual master, right? His instructions, then we are protected by Yoga Maya. I mean, we are in the protection. Otherwise, the Maya can attack anytime, like that.
Maya is nothing but, I mean, this is
Devil.
Devil.
She is a divine. No, not devil. She's a divine energy of Lord. She has been given some instruction, responsibility, right? So
She Mataji, he Lord.
she, Lord's energy. It is she, Devi. He says, no, Devi Hesha Gunamayi. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. So it is Devi. Okay, Prabhuji.
Would you please, can you explain in some other words, because I could not understand, Mataji?
Okay, what you want to understand? So you asked me that Maya. See, Maya is a energy of the Lord. Okay, Krishna's energy. It is not that she is not having form. She has a form. She is a external energy of the Lord. Like the responsibility given to her is like she has to give examinations to us. Okay, different examinations to make us purify. We have come here with why is this? First of all, at first case, why this material world Lord has made? Because we had the desire to enjoy. So Krishna said, okay, I will create, you go and enjoy however you want. So he made different varieties here for us to enjoy. So when we came to this world, so there is some test has to be done. No, we have to get purified and we have to go back. This is not our real home, so we have to go back. So Maya keeps us testing. So once that is her job. So Maya means she gives whatever the like you want to do in more in spirituality, but your mind is not giving, your mind is distracting and making you to do something else and all, right? Those are all three modes of nature, right? The Maya only controls us, like the mode of ignorance, mode of the three Devis, mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, mode of passion, these three. So they only control us. Prabhuji, this one will come in chapter 14. Maybe you will be able to understand better, okay? The three modes, how they are controlling us, okay?
Okay, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sharon Prabhuji. Yes.
Mataji, why the Lord Sri Krishna keep peacock feather on his head, Mataji? Is there any significance?
I think there is a story behind. I am not very clear on that. There is some story. Yes, there is some story, but I am not clear. Sorry. There is some pastime is there for why is he keeping that peacock feather. I'll let you know. Okay, I'll check and come back. And
Thank you, Mataji.
okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shruti Ranjan Prabhu, do you have any question? Hare Krishna. No? Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Somebody in chat. Okay. Thank you, Ravi Prabhu. You have cleared all the 6 chapters. Very nice. Okay. Sessions are helping to clear those. Nice. Is Maya different from Devi, Lakshmi and other Devis? So Maya is basically, it's said like Parvati, right? Lord Shiva's wife. She is the Durga. She is a Durga. Durga, Maya, all are same. She's not 3 modes. I mean, they are like assigned. Maya has been assigned to take care of those 3 modes. She's not the 3 modes. Any other question? Hare Krishna. I hope every one of you are taking the quiz. Because you will get certificate only if you take the quiz. Please do take on the same days you can take it. I think now it was not active for 2 days. Now it is again. The website is fine. You can take the quiz. Okay, Hare Krishna. If there are no questions, then we can close for today. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai, Namacharya Radha Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.